Hey coconuts, it is your girl Princess Cat. If you didn't know, now you do. And today I'm coming to you with a 5.1 update video. So it's long awaited. They've pushed it off for about a week, but it is finally here. And there's a lot of little goodies in here that are pretty neat. So we have some things that may or may not pertain to you, such as there's a lot of new pop-ups and easier availability or accessibility into finding an alliance and joining an alliance. If you're already in an alliance, that's kind of useless information for you. We also have some additional benefits now in alliance research, such as reduced times for your architecture. Also, some of your alliance territory builds times have reduced, and some have increased, like your Gathering 1 and 2 have increased substantially. Gathering 2 can reach over 1,000. And there's now also a kingdom buff for Gathering that is 1,000%. So that's pretty neat, especially for those who are grinding out resources. They've made it to where leadership can now appoint elders. And I haven't gone into there to see, but we could take a look here. So normally, those that are your top elders are those that have donated the most into research in general, and dragon and whatnot. So it looks like here you will be able to dismiss one of those. For example, maybe you have someone that donated heavily in the beginning and now rarely plays, and their initial donation has kind of carried them through elder, but they don't need those extra helps anymore because they're not on doing things. You can dismiss that member and reappoint a different member. So that's kind of cool. There are new gift modes in Alliance. So you will have your Alliance gifts, and there's also a tab on the right for lucky gifts. You can also see who purchased those, and you can choose to toggle that off by going into your manage. Nope, not going into manage, going into more, game settings, and if you scroll down, it's going to show you in the play area, show the purchaser upon obtaining Alliance Lucky Chest. So if you're nosy, you can see who's giving them to you. Or if you want to be grateful and thank them personally, that as well. There's also been an Alliance shop revamp. So if you come into your Alliance shop and your catalog, you're going to see there's a whole bunch of new stuff. They did take away some of the things that weren't utilized, and they increased values of some of the stuff like the resources, and then they also added a bunch of stuff. So if you come in here, you can see that you're going to have your mass transportation boosts in here, as well as rally troop attack boost. I'm a big fan of the 500,000 rally troop march limit boost. Whole bunch of goodies in here. There's also, if you look in the chest, you can purchase some gear. So that's pretty neat. The only thing I'm unhappy about with that is that I was really hoping they were going to make that infinite purchase so that it didn't have to go through the catalog. It would just always be available in your shop, and they didn't. So I could foresee Alliance points becoming an issue in the future. So hopefully that doesn't become an issue. There's also now a universal chat, so you have to be in your world map to see it. So now that we're out here and you look up at your Alliance, or your bookmark icons up at the center of my screen, you're going to see that there's a planet. If we click on that planet, that brings us to the universe chat, or universal chat. Kane made a comment in there that I'm going to also point out in a second, but in here you're going to notice that there are 50 channels. So if you want to change a channel, you can come here, type in what channel you want to go to, and that's going to move you. So if you have a whole bunch of friends and you want to say, hey, let's talk on channel 17, you can go in there and talk and not get so many floaters that come by. If you want to leave this chat, you will then hit the power button and you exit. Kane mentioned he got fat, and that's because they've appointed new power values, particularly to gear sets. So, for example, before maintenance, I was sitting at 200 and something. Honestly, I don't remember. I think I was around 240. And when I came over from maintenance, I am now 322. So, you may notice that you've had a power boost. They've added some additional chat functions as well. If you have a title, you're going to notice that the color of your title as well as your the color of your chat itself is going to be a color depending on what title you have. And some of the emojis now move. So like the clinking beer and the popcorn. So we have some movable or moving emojis. That's super, super cool. I am still I wish they would add some more emojis though. I really miss the eyeball emojis. I use that a lot in my other games. Just kind of pop into chats. And I miss the eyeballs. Bring the eyeballs, Netmarble. Okay, so where are we at? We now have bulk building enhancements. So if you are enhancing, I have an area I'm sure I haven't enhanced yet, which is probably the Citadel one. I don't think I did my building enhancement very far. I've been really bad on that. So if I wanted to upgrade this all of a sudden to the max level of 37, I could do that all in one swoop. That is super convenient, especially if you're starting up a farm or an alt or just catching up in general. You can also do this with crafting items. You can craft multiple ones at once, which is also super convenient if you happen to know some of the packages will give out like 5,000 chests, 2,000 chests, and it helps you save a bunch of time when you can try and craft multiple things at once. You can also check out your power by going into your Lord menu. Instead of just being info and castle stats, there's now a power tab. And it's going to give you a little tutorial. So it's going to show you what your power is over what the average user is at your size. And kind of compare, kind of break down that power into separate sections. So that's neat. Also in the battlefield, we now have a calendar. If you click on these, it's going to give you a little bit of information and tell you specifically when it's running. As well as what buffs and boosts are running at that time. So that's pretty cool. That's super nifty. Ancient Magic, you may have noticed earlier in the week, they released the pack for it, even though the update hadn't came. We have a new Ancient Magic, and they've kind of rearranged it as well. So you now have that Ancient Magic icon, even if you are in your castle view, which is nice little shortcut. They've changed the layout of it, so if you're used to tapping a certain area, kind of double check where you're tapping. And that new magic we see is this dummy execution. You can actually purchase the stones needed to activate this magic for 99 cents, or, depending on where you live, that may change the value of it, but it is one of the cheapest packs possible, which will unlock it. What that does is it allows you to fake execute a dummy. So it's not going to pop up in world chat saying that you've executed someone. It's just going to go ahead and activate your execution buffs. The higher you enhance it, the less time it is. So if you get it up to plus 15, you're going to be able to execute your dummy every 2 days and 6 hours, I think it is, which is when your boost should come up needing another execution. If you just get what's bought, it'll run 6 days. which is fairly significant because we've taken a look at these execution buffs before and they're pretty big. So you don't want to miss out on those. That's a great way to get them without having to find someone to execute, tile someone, have an extra farm to send to yourself every other day. It just makes things a lot easier. Speaking of ancient magic, it'll now be available in your ADMs. Now, the forum said something about you get a 10% of its original duration, and at stage 6, the cooldown will begin. So that's pretty cool that you'll be able to use them or have them during your ADMs and tourneys. There are new daily quests. See, some of these are different than normal. You enter your steeples, your golden moon, draw random cards. The rewards have changed. Ooh, the war coins. And these daily quest reward selections chests are really nifty. There's also lucky chests that'll happen with daily quest, or daily chest from the daily quest, which can include radiant chest. On that bookmark feature that we had talked about earlier, there's now one that you can use to share with your alliance. So anything that you bookmark as an alliance will pop up in that area. So if I just like this area and I to bookmark it, I would tag it as alliance, and it's going to pop up there for everybody within my alliance. We also have some new research that's going to be vital, particularly to your face-off. That's going to be located within your... That's going to be really annoying if it's going to do a pack recommendation every time I come in here. But that's going to be in your hero training, as well as your hero 2 training. There's also some siege research that's going to be located in there. Very pertinent research. I like it. I like the research. Continental domination, they've raised empire buffs from 100% to 300%. Heroes are now upgraded to +7. So you can continue to upgrade them for a couple more levels above your max. Or previous max, I guess. The max skill level for world skills are now 110. So that's sweet. Another thing to note too is in Blood Moon, the previous respawning for the bloody strongholds was once an hour. But now it has been doubled, so you'll get a respawn every 30 minutes instead of every hour. Definitely be sure to come in and check out your events, because there's going to be a lot of goodies that they are giving away in here, including a lot of the golems for completing certain parts of your research. Go ahead and claim that. So that's cool. Go ahead and claim these. I also forgot we have a new auto hunt function in which you're going to be able to specify what type of monster you want to hit instead of just the level. So if you come in here and you use your auto hunt, it's going to ask you if you just want to go for that target level or if you also want to go for that target type and level. So if I want to focus on my slaughter gear, I can focus on just the slaughter monsters. Of course, we have this new event box as well. We can hit a few of those and see what goodies are in there. Open our 4. Ooh, we're gonna get some goodies. I like this already. Rare magic stones, diamond shards. It's gonna be a cool event. So maybe I'll do a video on that too later. We can open those up. But that is the bulk of this update, guys. What do you guys think about it? I'm not noticing many glitches right off the bat. I really do not like the push pack notification every time I go into my Citadel. So I hope that's maybe a glitch and they're going to fix that, because that will get annoying real quick. What do you guys think? Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Have your grandmother subscribe, because I've been told that they like me too. You can always check out our website at www.ironthroneelite.com. And if you guys want a thorough write-up on what this update went through, you can always go up to the forum. And they have it all listed for you in the 8.5 update notice in the announcements, complete with pictures. Ooh, we got some defiled stronghold bonus rewards. Sweet. Until next time, guys.